What's up, people? We are back with more of Katawa Shoujo. In the previous video, we went on a gift shopping hunt together with Lilly for Hanako's birthday, and I think we both bought some nice presents for her. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen now, if it's going to be Hanako's birthday already, but it should be fairly soon. But towards the end of that video, we also managed to sort of, secure a second date with Lilly, and then we kind of, because she asked, like, was this a date? And then we kind of said, like, yeah, kind of was. And then we asked her if she wanted to do it some more. And then, bam, she said yes. So things are looking bright in this route so far. Even though you can sort of feel that there are sad times on the horizon. Probably the more we get to know Lilly. Because you can sort of, I guess we're considered friends right now, right? But you can definitely tell that she has a lot of mainly family issues, and obviously the more you get involved with that person, you get to know about their family issues as well. So I do have a feeling that sad times are coming fairly soon, but for now we're just gonna enjoy the happiness, and we don't need umbrella for the rainy times just yet. So let us continue. I walk down the hall of the girls' dormitories, my school bag in hand. A doll lies inside, carefully placed on top of a small box. I've been carrying the box in there for a while now, not sure of what to do with it. This whole situation, come to think of it, is bizarre. While I've known of Hanako's upcoming birthday party for a while now, I had no idea of exactly what the celebrations would be until I found a single note left in the abandoned tea room earlier today. I hold it up and read it again, double checking the instructions. The plain black handwriting's fairly legible, despite Lilly's blindness, clearly thanks to considerable effort and care. Hisao, we'll be holding a party at my place. Please come at 6 o'clock to room 225 in the girls' dormitory. Sorry for notifying you this way, but I have class representative duties. Lilly Sato. Not reassured, I continue walking down the hallway until I reach Lilly's dormitory room. I hesitate for a second, but eventually give 3 sharp taps on the door. A brief and muffled exchange of words can be heard from the other side. Listening closer, I can just pick out Hanako's and Lilly's voices. As they finish, Lilly calls out, "Might that be Hisao?" "Yep, I got the note you left for me." "You can come in. The door is unlocked." Glad that I managed to get the right room, I press down on the handle and let myself in. As the door swings open, my greeting to them is stolen from my mouth. Aww, it's so adorable. Tea party time. Lilly sits at a low table in the center of the room in her pajamas, while on the other side sits Hanako in a nightgown, being dressed in only my normal school clothes. I feel quite out of place. I steal a quick glance at the lovely sight of the two, my eyes tearing themselves from Lilly's long, thin, and pale legs, only with a measure of reluctance. Hi, I think I brought everything that was needed. Oh, Lilly. She smiles and nods. Look at her hair, it's like gold. Golden silk. I wonder if she's even aware of the pleasant sight she makes. The thin dark blue silk of her pajamas really suits her, accentuating both her eyes and her curves. The look of her last night, that tentative and almost shy demeanor, seems all but replaced by her coy nature. It's nice to see her confidence returned, though I can't help casting my mind back to how she looked like back then. I look to Hanako, who sits nervously opposite her in a nightgown. It isn't a surprise that she'd wear something so conservative, though it definitely looks cute. Hi, Hanako. Happy birthday. Thank you. She's unusually skittish, despite the fact that she's warmed up to me considerably over the weeks we've come to know each other. This is a pretty unusual situation, I guess. Feel free to take a seat, Hisao. I'll pour you two some tea. Sure thing. Oh my god, is Hisao the luckiest guy in the world or what? Lilly takes the steaming red teapot from the side of the table and gently pours its contents into our teacups as I take a seat beside them, setting my bag against the nearby wall. With my senses returned and hormones somewhat calmer, I realize that this is the first time I've ever been in Lilly's room. The first thing I notice is the ambient smell, just slightly different from that in mine. Probably faint perfume or nail polish. It could be anything of a girl's, really. Another is the plain nature of the room, visually. Beige walls, a smart yet adorned cabinet, the lack of posters or wall hangings is distinctly utilitarian. Something I should have anticipated given her blindness. Yeah, like what the hell are you gonna do with posters? Because the only actual use for posters is to look at it, right? So, yeah, Lilly has no use for that. The only thing that really seems out of the ordinary is several piles of books sitting on the floor, even reaching them roughly knee height to waist height. Some of them have printed titles, others are entirely blank, except for the dots of braille. The fact that the ones with printed titles are uniformly in English is interesting, though not completely unexpected. She did mention her parents impressing the language upon her and Kira after all. Your room looks nice, Lilly. I hear a call of thanks from beside my shoulder. Looking back to Hanako, her gaze is fixed on her lap, and her hands are nervously clutching her gown. It's now that I notice why. With these clothes on, the extent of her scarring is far more visible, reaching down her neck and out to cover her right shoulder. Considering this is a party for her, she doesn't really look like she's enjoying the experience now that I'm here. So, how old are you turning? 18? Her look of surprise, not at all helped by her total lack of skill at hiding her feelings, shows that she was trying to mentally tune me out. This is really quite awkward. Yes, all legal age. On the plus side, there's only 2 more years till you can drink. So, who's older, you or Lilly? Lilly. She's had her birthday in February. What about yours? Earlier this year, so it's already passed. Unstated is that it passed while I was stuck in a hospital. That was a particularly low point of the experience. Conversation with her dries up as quickly as expected. It isn't long before Lily's finished preparing our drinks, setting down the 3 teacups in front of us. I pick mine up, immediately noticing a much stronger aroma and taste than the tea we've been having. Huh? It tastes different than the tea we have in school. It's a different variety, rather than the kind we've been having there. You've never tasted orange Jaipur before? Not that I can remember. I usually drink coffee after all, like when we were in town. This is nice though. As we settle down and sip, Hanako seems to become more relaxed, or at least a bit less tense about my presence. We all finish our cups at about the same time, with Hanako feeling rather badly at hiding her anticipation for the cake that's sitting to the side, begging to be eaten. Come to think of it, I'm feeling very eager myself. First things first though. Lilly? Yes, now is good. Each of us knowing exactly what the other means. It's presents time! I lean sideways and dig around in my bag for the doll I bought Hanako as Lilly gets up and retrieves her gift. Hiding our gifts in our hands, we present them both on the table at the same time. Happy birthday, happy birthday! Hanako silently sits looking at them for seconds on end, out of sheer surprise. My little wooden doll, replete with Victorian-era dress and little hat, lies next to a light brown and fluffy stuffed bear from Lilly. Wow, what a contrast, what a difference. She clutches at her gown as she moves to speak, not taking her eyes off of the modest presence.
Thank you, Lilly and Hisao.
Aww, she's happy, aww. Her voice begins to crack as Lilly reaches forward, wrapping her in a soft embrace. The sight of Hanako holding Lilly so tightly is heartwarming, so much so that I couldn't wipe the smile off my face even if I wanted to. As Lilly gently rests her face on Hanako's head, she speaks so quietly and softly that I can barely hear her.
Happy birthday, Hanako.
Happy birthday. Hanako gives a small nod, holding on to Lilly for a time before breaking off and wiping an eye. I guess that for Hanako, simply having someone, anyone, to be there and love her would be special. The fact that Lilly and I can now share that role for her is something I think I will always be grateful for. Alright, when is it my time for the hug? Oh my god, she seems so happy! Hanako gently takes the doll and teddy bear, holding them both to her chest as she warmly smiles. For a long time, all three of us simply sit in happy silence. The quiet is not broken until Lily's soft voice beckons.
Shall we have at the cake then?
Her proposal is met with two looks of unhidden anticipation. No argument for me.
Okay.
Cake time. Phew, that was good. I contentedly sit back, both Lilly and Hanako looking just as satisfied with the food as I. It took some effort, but we managed to finish off the cake in one go.
I don't think I could fit any more in.
I think next time I'll buy a smaller cake. Hanako and I give a chuckle, but I can't help noticing that, come this time next year, we'll have graduated from Yamaku. That fact is somewhat depressing, since I finally feel as if my life is starting to get back into some kind of order. Idly looking around Lily's neat and orderly room, her books catch my eye once again. This may be a little impetuous, but my curiosity gets the better of me. Besides, I don't think she'll mind in any case. Hey Lilly, do you mind if I take a look at one of your books?
You're quite welcome to, Hisao. That said, if you can overcome 2 language barriers, I will be quite impressed.
2? Braille and... oh right, English. She gives a nod. I knew you were studying English, but I'm still amazed that you're this proficient at it.
One could say it's a perfect way to avoid people borrowing my collection.
She says it in jest, but I'm a little disappointed. Having all these books around me with no way of reading them feels like one big tease. Like having 2 girls here, right? Hanako giggles quietly as I reach over the closest pile, plucking the topmost book with only a cursory glance. Death on the Nile, in the large letters on the cover, is the only printed text to be seen. Dang. I remember seeing a book a long time ago. I think it was in like middle school or something, or elementary school. I remember seeing a Braille book like this before. I don't remember why exactly. I don't think we had a blind student in my class, but it was for something. Maybe it was just in the library I saw it or something like that. But I've definitely seen it, and it looks really complicated. But you just... because I remember there was a person coming to explain about it, and he was telling us like, yeah, you have to trace your fingers like this over the Braille text and stuff, and that's sort of how you read it. I don't know, seems kind of weird now, thinking back at it, that I sort of had a lesson at how to read Braille, even though I wasn't blind, but it probably had something to do with it. I sit down for a while with the book open on my lap, as Lilly and Hanako talk. Try as I might to feel out the dots of Braille printed on each page, they seem to blend into one another and become indistinct. I thought this to be a lot easier than it actually is. With some practice though,
I could see someone with a better sense of touch than mine, managing to read at a pretty fast speed. Noticing a silence that had probably begun earlier, I look up from the dotted pages to see Lilly smiling as Hanako sips another cup of tea. Is something wrong? Quite the opposite. Your curiosity is quite endearing. I am inordinately pleased by the praise, though I can feel my cheeks heating up a little. Thanks, but I don't know how else I could act. To be honest, I wasn't altogether sure of how you saw us, since you were a new transfer student from another school. If you had pitied us, I would have been quite offended.
That's kinda true, considering that probably most of the students here have had their, for lack of a better term, handicap, probably either since birth or very early on, right? It doesn't quite happen that the transfer students come here in the middle of the year because they happen to get a handicap during some point in the middle of their life or something, like Hisao has, he only found out about it recently, and because of that he had to move to the school. So I don't imagine that to happen very often, so which is why those people that are already here at the school, they're already kind of used to each other, and when a new person comes into the fray, especially one that is used to a normal school environment, normal students there, you would kind of expect for him to perhaps be a little bit shocked and have trouble to adapt to it, which Hisao has had in some routes, but in this one he seems to ease into it very, very just fast, and I think part of it is actually due to Lilly, because I don't know, she just has this welcoming warmth, and I just feel like she's really, really been, and she's been one of the easier persons as well to sort of warm him up to this entire school, new school environment and that sort of stuff. I think Lilly is probably the perfect person for that. Out of all the 5 other routes, I think maybe Emmy as well. Emmy was pretty good at that, but Emmy was really, really busy with kind of her own thing as well with the running, right? And she was kind of hiding her trouble as well and stuff. But I mean, I almost want to say spoiler alert, but people probably watched it already. But yeah, I think Lilly is definitely probably the best character for that, to ease him into this and just make him feel incredibly welcome, and not for him to feel weird about the people here, right? There's a certain edge to Lilly's voice, one that I'd quite possibly place as pride. Glancing over to Hanako, she seems even more subdued than usual, looking towards Lilly rather than me. I wouldn't worry about that. Considering the position I found myself in, I'm perhaps the last person that should be dispensing pity on others. My parents' first interactions with me after my heart attack. I wouldn't want anyone to see that kind of face. I catch myself from going any further, but not soon enough. Both of the girls seem to be put off. Lilly especially. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gone that far. An awkward silence reigns for a few beats, thankfully ended as Lilly's head perks up in a gesture I've come to easily recognize. Hear something? The door. Who is it? Oh my god. Are there more girls coming to this party? I feel like I came in the wrong attire, right? Lily's in her pajamas, Hanako is in a nightgown, so we should have come at least in, well, I sleep in boxers and a shirt mostly, but that's probably not the right attire to come into, but at least something a little more casual. Everyone looks towards it, trusting in Lily's senses. True enough, the door handle shudders and turns, a flash of yellow and black slipping through. Oh, it's Akira! Akira Sato is in the house! Happy birthday, Hanako! Ah, thank you. Akira takes a seat at the table as she plops her tall bag beside her. She has her trademark boisterous air about her, making no small deal of her entrance. Hanako clutches her gown to steady herself, but doesn't appear too shaken after she settles down. I guess she must have met Akira before. Not a huge surprise given how close Akira and Lilly are. Akira doesn't seem to be the least bit put off by Hanako's scarring,
despite its prominence, but she also doesn't pull any punches in how she acts, despite Hanako's shy nature. I thought you said you'd have to work, Akira. Did you manage to get off for a while? Kinda. I feel bad about ditching the guys doing overtime, so I gotta get back soon. But I felt bad about not coming to your cute little Hanako's birthday too, so for now, I'm here. She grins widely at Hanako, who flowers into a full blush as she pins her eyes downwards towards her lap. Her mouth seems to widen and retract over and over, as if she was trying to suppress a smile out of embarrassment. It's a little strange how her reaction seems to be more immediate and forceful than when she's embarrassed by the way she looks. All she manages to give in return is a tiny nod, failing to hide her appreciation to any great extent. Not that many people give her positive attention, I suppose. It makes me respect how well Akira can handle her, making her so happy, compared to what little I could do. Now then, before I go, she reaches into the bag beside her and grandly displays its contents. Oh, wine? What? I know she's 18, but what? Out come 2 large glass bottles, both with long French names on the labels. Hanako's expression is an odd mix of surprise and curiosity, and I suspect mine's no different. Hanako or Lilly, not seeing the proceedings, is oblivious to what's going on. Akira, this isn't... What is it? Wine. 1 red, 1 white. Akira! That's... Relax. It's not like Shizune's here to scold you. Lilly has a point. That's not exactly allowed on campus. Or anywhere, really. We're still short of the legal drinking age, remember? Like that is gonna stop people. Rich words for someone practically drooling as he examines the bottle. She got me there. I am genuinely interested in trying some, even if it's just a little. While Hanako may not be handling one herself, her look does tell me that she's far from opposed to the notion as well. Lilly rubs her forehead, giving up the fight that she knows Akira would win, due to simply not caring enough about those funny rules and regulations. Just don't breathe a word of this to anyone in the school. Please, I beg of you. I'm not stupid, don't worry. That said, I gotta get back to work pretty soon. So soon? But you only just arrived. Sorry, Lilly. Good to see you two again though. And you, Hisao. See you later then. Goodbye, Akira. She levers herself up with a grunt and waltzes out of the room, leaving us alone with the 2 items on the table. Interesting. Lilly gives a nervous giggle at her sister's antics, and Hanako takes a wine bottle. Oh my god, are we really gonna drink wine? This can really get out of hand pretty weirdly, I think. So, what do you think, Lilly? She rests her elbow on the table and pinches the bridge of her nose, thinking things through. She really doesn't seem to be able to keep up with her sister. Well, it's already here. We may as well have some. No sooner does she say it than I take a quick glance around the room for glasses. A small groan above me reminds me that Lilly retired to rest on her bed for a bit a few minutes ago. Almost completely drained of energy, I managed to stand up and drag myself to the side of the bed, sitting down and leaning my back against it. Oh, good God! Lilly's groan sounds lifeless. Too much to drink? My head hurts. Yeah, too much to drink. I rest my head back and idly stare at the ceiling. What an unmitigated disaster. Like proper idiots, we all drank the night away with 1 glass after another. Hanako simply fell to the side, asleep, and it's a miracle I don't feel as ill as Lilly. Hey, Hisao. I'm sorry about today. I didn't think this would happen.
It's fine, Lilly. To tell the truth, I had a lot of fun today.
Really?
I think Hanako did too. No, she certainly did.
There's a short silence before another groan resounds from the supine Lilly. You okay? Asher just said, I just drank too much. What's the time?
The time? It's...
I quickly look at my wristwatch. Its numerals barely legible in the gloom.
About midnight.
Curfew's in effect then.
Yeah, guess that's much.
We'll all have to sleep here for tonight. Oh, it's indeed a slumber party. As soon as I say it, I hear the sheets moving as Lilly starts to sit up. Hanako.
Oh no, go back to sleep. Don't try to get up.
Hisao, I have to. You're in a worse shape than me by any stretch.
Get some sleep. Yeah, please. We don't want you puking everywhere.
But what about... I'll grab some spare blankets and put them over her. Don't worry. As I give a deep yawn and stand to retrieve them, I hear her lie back down with a soft thud. Thank you, Hisao. No problem. It's the least I can do. You look outright wasted,
and not in the GTA way.
I'm not wasted. Just a little bit tired. She starts pouting, a slight slur beginning to distort her words as the alcohol takes hold of her. I grab a couple of blankets rolled up at the end of her bed. Quietly walking over to Hanako, I carefully lay the blankets over her peacefully sleeping figure, making sure not to wake her up. The thick smell of alcohol coming off her breath makes me doubt she'd wake up no matter what I did though. I stand and take one last measure of the room. 2 girls, both very drunk, and one guy sleeping overnight with them in the female student's dorm. What a scandal that'd be if it broke out. As I move to sit back at the side of the bed, I steal one last glance at Lilly. Her sprawling, disheveled figure lies resting peacefully, slightly turned to the side. I crouch down to get a better look.
Oh.
Her white skin blends in with the white pillow of the bed, a look of slumber-born peacefulness on her face. Usually she seems so confident and forward, always there and caring for Hanako. Now though, she seems painfully delicate. I think back to Hanako's presence. I thought it'd be a nice occasion for her, but I hardly expected it to be so moving. One birthday after another, year after year. Just she and Lilly, all alone. I guess it wasn't just the presents she liked. Resigning myself to an uncomfortable sleep, I sit down at the side of the bed once again and rest my tired arms beside me. Hey, Hisao. Lilly's voice is so quiet, I can barely hear it. She must be on the verge of sleep. Yeah? Thank you. Thank you? For what? For being here. That's okay. As I hear a deep breath, it's obvious Lilly's gone to sleep. After closing my eyes, it doesn't take long for slumber to take me as well.
Oh my god. What a birthday party that was. Holy freaking crap. I thought it would be like, you know, at least a couple of other people invited. But although depending, like, I guess Hanako is so shy, she really doesn't have any other friends. And I feel like in Yamaku, I don't think there are like really big big friend groups, you know. I feel like only the largest group would be like 2 or 3 or 4 maybe maximum or something, but not like big friend groups or something. So I feel like you generally always see 2 girls and 2 people, 2 friends always together. Like you saw Emmy and Rin were kind of always as friends together, and then you have Lilly and Hanako here as well. So I feel like, yeah, it probably now that I think about it, makes kind of sense that there weren't that many people and it was actually only Hanako and Lilly. But nevertheless, that was a really fun and unexpected birthday as well. I mean, freaking Akira had to bring wine. Not that it wasn't fun before then, but you know. I don't know. I guess it was. I mean, definitely the first time they drank alcohol, because obviously they're under the legal drinking age, so only a person that is old enough can provide them with alcohol. So I imagine this was their first time, and we drank 2 bottles. I think that we drank all of it, which is kind of a lot for your first time, you know. But oh my god, that was a really fun birthday party that started off really cute and innocent, and then kind of took a really weird and strange turn. But nevertheless, I hope you guys had fun this video, because I'm gonna end things here. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.